morning. Daddy Chris here, and this is Wake Up Nigeria from the Srtv desk in London. It is the 14th of May 2024. I'm getting older. I get old. It's May, and something is around the corner. Someone is clicking. Anyway, as we celebrate, we get older, we get. And question I always ask people is, what have you done today? What are your plans today? What are you doing that you've done yesterday that you want to do better? Maybe that is something we should be thinking about as we wake up every day, because every day you're getting older, man. You're getting more matured. I know you guys don't want to hear older. The women don't want to hear they are getting older, but the truth is you're getting older. The guys are getting older too. The way that the Chris is getting older. In fact, at the Chris, I said this I cannot do anymore. Anyway, it's Wake Up Nigeria, and the show. This is the show where we take a look at some of the dailies, what is happening in the newspaper. But more importantly, we give our own spin to issues. You know, I always want to see the issues from how it benefits the nation, how it benefits me as a black man, how it benefits Africa, and how it benefits humanity. That is where we come in. So when we read a particular issue, when you hear of any day, I always say, okay, how does it affect us? How does it affect me? How do we make this better? What is good here? Is there something to take from it? I always use the word imitate. Imitate good things. Try and avoid bad things. But unfortunately, Africa has come of age, but all we have ever done is imitate. But we don't imitate the good things. That's some of my worries. That's not to say we fail completely. I think we have done well. Nigeria is only 62 years old. Are we up to 62 now? Well, Nigeria is growing. 1960 to now, we're 64 years old. That's where we're going. We want to celebrate another year old. A 64 years old man should be dying, though. Some of them don't die. And we know they say, a poor man has died. So a young man has died. Meaning Nigeria, you are matured to do good things. I always say on this show, what I stand for, I bring it in. It doesn't mean it is correct, but that's what I do always. I bring some of my belief into the show. And what are my beliefs? That we should be more productive. We should be more productive. And I come on this show every day. Most of the things I talk about are not the regular things we should be talking about, but I understand that. So my question today, and that is the question I'm going to ask all my guests and all people joining us today, is what do you think is a Nigerian problem? Don't tell me corruption. You understand? Because every nation in the world are corrupt. Why are we where we are? And what can we do to move Nigeria to the next level? So that's going to be the crux of today's discussion. And you at home, if you want to join the discussion, that's what I want you to do. What do you think is the Nigerian problem? And what can we do to move it forward? Listen, like I said, every nation on earth, come to UK, there's corruption. Otherwise, there will not be anti-corruption. There's crime everywhere. So maybe Nigerian crime is higher than every other one in the world. I doubt that. And Nigerians are very religious people, so they cannot be the worst in terms of morality. So how come that we are where we are? And these are difficult issues that I'm going to be open today. I won't talk much. So I'm going to be quiet while I allow my young people to throw their weight into this. But I'm going to go out and introduce you to the people on the show tonight. I'm going to start right from here. Princess is in London. The color is looking amazing, Princess. What kind of color is this? Does it look London? Anyway, you're mute. Good, thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
How are you today, Daddy Chris?
I'm okay. We saw you in London yesterday. You do one or two video telling us what is going on in London. What is that all about?
Yes, so yesterday I was at 84 West, where, most of the big boys, especially from Africa, Nigeria, where they chill when they are in London. And of course, we know there's speculations that that particular place belonged to one of our own. I really do not want to mention names. And of course, it's a very cozy place where people just go and relax. That's where you get home, or, where you want to really feel at home as well. And then also where I was at Tasty yesterday, of course, as regarding the Nigerian Week London, I want them to partner with us, which we actually had a deal yesterday. And also, it's a good place to, to feel at home. It's just like, sometimes Uncle Kenneth here will say, all this thing you're eating, Princess, I mean, the men, there's all these, sugars and butter everywhere. sometimes look for, go to your, find your roots. So it's like a color, it's like one product center here in London where you go to and just, feel at home. It's as if you're in Nigerian because basically everything we have at home, they have there also at Tasties. So yesterday, that was just what I was, all over London doing, Daddy Chris.
Yeah, I love some of those tastes. I've been there. I love the Iferi road. I like the Iferi road in particular. The Iferi road go for everything. I can use it for fufu. Anyway, I don't eat the same kind of fufu you guys eat. I'm getting older now. Then it goes for rice. It's one thing. Something goes everything. And it's vegetable. It's rich, and that is the good thing about the Nigerian food. Maybe one day we really need to look at Nigerian food, Nigerian cuisine, and how we can use it to cure. It should be medicinal. That's our food. Food is meant not to just eat, but to cure and to get us going. And the question is, what we eat today it's not. But I think people in Nigeria have a chance to eat better food. It's just that they want to eat chicken. If I ask Mary now, I'm going to start with Favor. I'm sure Favor is going to tell us the kind of food she like. And that's where we're going to start today. These Edo people, I know Edo, they used to have one yam. The yam is called yellow yam. You understand? Okpiya, that's how we call it when we're growing up. And that yam, it's 100% medicinal. If you boil it, it smells. The smell is amazing when you see that yam. So, and I'm going to ask Favor, based on what Princess have said, tell us a little bit. And let us introduce Favor. Favor is the young woman joining us from Edo today. And sometimes they have some nickname on their Facebook. And when I look at your WhatsApp, I don't know the name and who is who. So, but I know her name is Favor. She's from Edo State, the heartbeat of the nation. Favor, you're getting fatter, or is it the jacket?
Yeah, it should be the jacket. I think so.
Ah, okay, now. So how you doing? How is Edo?
Well, Edo is fine this morning. The weather is quite calm. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's warm, just
Oh,
okay this morning.
oh,
Um, we have the election coming up. We have more persons defecting from one party to the other. I think the heat of the election is already getting to everybody here.
good.
And we have the INEC released the memo that on Tuesday, 28th of May, that they will start voters registration, voters card. You start registering for your voters card if you don't have them before. So I think that is something that is
You
happening
guys
in this
are
state.
gearing up for that. But Favor, on the
Yeah,
lighter
yeah,
note, we're just talking about it because perhaps those are two things. Princess was at the tasties, and we made this wonderful food, and I was talking about it for you. What's your favorite food? And to be honest, tell us the truth. Don't tell us. I know you like. Where do you like? If you want to, if somebody would take you out, where would you want to take you to? I'm not saying I say that the old man like me don't want to. Let's go and eat.
yeah.
Where will you go?
Well, I am more of someone that eat should I say non-organic food.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you ask me my best food, my favorite food, I really do not know, honestly. I really do not know. I do not eat heavy food. Just light.
So I know Favor will be eating only rice at home. Those days, those kind of children, they will see the but they say, no, I'm not eating it. But Mama will go beat her first before he eat. I know that's who she is. We're coming back to you on that. So go and look at your favorite dishes. All right, let's go quickly to
Uh,
Abuja. Abuja must have a lot to tell us. Mary, you're on mute. So if you speak, if you talk now, we won't hear you. So you tell them to unmute you. Thank you,
Okay.
man. All right. So what I'm
Morning.
trying to yes, money. Uh, Abuja, what is going on?
A lot has been going on in Abuja. First of all, here in Abuja, we're actually facing a lot of one chance issue. Like
One
something
chance.
happened around Nikon Junction. There was a victim of a one chance, and she was stripped of everything that she had, and she was just pushed out of the car. Although it was the police operatives around Metama Division that saw her around that Nikon Junction. So, and that is what we've been facing here in Abuja. It's been one chance issue or the other. And I think the one chance issue is beyond all these Abuja security because it's too much and they've not been able to do anything about it. And also there is this trending issues here also in Abuja. I think the Vanguard paper carried it about two guys, Chibuzo and Jonas, here in Abuja. And I think this is what they have been doing for long now. They steal people's car from Abuja here and take it down to Lagos to sell. So a man called Mr. Bennett, his friend Toyota Camry was stolen, and I think he was able to discover that in Lagos and called on his friend's attention to come and confirm. So the guy, on reaching Lagos, he was able to confirm that the car was his own. So now the two guys, the police command in Apo legislative quarters, they have placed these two guys wanted, and Chibuzo and Jonas Chikwe. So they are still looking for a way to get them. This is one thing trending in Abuja. And also in the Pape area of Abuja, they are demolishing their market because it's not spacious. They are trying to create space for it, even though they didn't notify the people on time. But that's what is actually going on there in Pape now.
So there's demolition in that's where Wike comes in, and then there's one chance. That one chance is to continue to be, and now they are apparently snatching cars from Abuja for sale in Lagos. Good route. All right, Mary. Okay, still on a lighter note. What's your favorite food? Where do you go to if a guy is taking you out? Talk through. Talk through.
Yeah, I can go to anywhere. I can go to bar because I like watching ball. We can go to
So,
bar, even
so
though
if a guy want to take you out on a date, take you to a bar, I'm gonna be drunk
oh,
and
that time no.
wow.
The thing is, I would say eatery. I would say
Okay,
eatery maybe because I want to get.
so I'm asking, what's your favorite food? What would you be ordering in that eateries? Talk through.
Okay, it's chicken and chips. That's my favorite.
Yeah, Mary is the modern. You hear what I'm saying? Chicken and chips. At least Mary is honest. That's what I want to hear. That's why she look like chicken and chips. You see, these are chicken and chip generation. But you know, we're gonna look at the healthy food we have in Africa and look at chicken and chips today. I always say to we say to English people, chicken and fish is the only contribution the Englishman contribute to the national cuisine. But Nigeria has a lot, but we are not ringing the bell, and maybe it's time to ring that bell. Anyway, let's see Lagos. Lagos will have a lot to tell us. Come on, man. The center of excellence. What is going on?
Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Edo. Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, London. Good morning, Nigerians. This is David reporting live from Lagos. And the weather in Lagos is at 27 degrees and it's going to be mostly cloudy here in Lagos. Yes, news coming out from Lagos, emanating from Lagos. Good one, anyway, because NDLEA intercepted a truck loaded of codeine and some contraband drugs being shipped into Lagos. And those who actually did this have been arrested. Their names are Obian Julu, is 51 years old, Ridwan Balogun, who is 25 years old, and also Banjo Tayo, who is 30 years old, is the truck driver. They've been arrested for bringing in codeine into Lagos State to sell and to other parts of Nigeria. Good one by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. They arrested them yesterday. And also, a lady has come out to lament because 2 months after she bought her apartment, it has been marked for demolition here in Lagos State. You know, demolition exercise is still going on. And so 2 months after she bought her apartment, they marked it for demolition. And now she has come out to cry. Now, the only thing that can help her if she have the original CFO of that house. If not, she will not get any compensation from the state government. And the bad thing is if that land is actually marked for to be built upon, yes, she'll be compensated. But if not, it's painful. She might just have to lose everything because the building has been marked for demolition just 2 months after she purchased the land. Okay, moving in from there, let's go to petroleum products. I can tell you that now that in Lagos, some stations now sell for 610 naira. That is the amount they sell petrol now in Lagos, 610 naira. Although others still sell for 850 naira. And that is because they have come out to say, most marketers, oil marketers have come out to say that getting petrol from a depot, that even depots also increase the amount they buy PMS from them. So they have no choice than to also increase. Even NNPC also increase the amount they sell their own petrol. But as I speak to you, it's only NGO filling station that sells for 610 naira. And that about that in area of petrol. But I can also report that there are no more long queues in our petrol station, our filling stations. It's reduced. There's no long queues anymore. But it's only the prices. It's not stable yet. Some sells for 610 naira, while others sells for 850 naira. That is the situation here in Lagos presently. And also in the area of security, the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, has also come out to commend Lagos State for their work on security, for prioritizing security. So that is the news coming up from Lagos this morning.
Thank you. Thank you. That is it's comprehensive. Anyway, the government, the governors and the military will continue to praise themselves over their what I call they are. It's a self gain. It's not something that really interests me. But I think I'm worried that that petrol is now two prices in Lagos. Some
Yeah,
are selling for 850. Some are now 610.
yeah.
Maybe the government should be aware of that and they should do the right thing. Why would we be? Why should it be so?
They
Like
say
this.
because depot is from depot. Depot increase the price they
Yeah,
sell to
depot is
marketers.
the same depot that sells to the people that sell for 610. That's not the excuse. They should come up with a better excuse. It's easy to say it's depot. If depot is selling for somebody at 610 that can sell at 610 and is selling to you, that's why you're selling for 850. It does not add up. Is it not the same
Yeah,
depot or we have different depot in Nigeria?
it's the
Anyway,
same
that's
depot.
something we need to look at. But David, before we look at it, look at all these beautiful women. If you take a woman out, don't tell me what you buy for her. What would you eat? What is your
Me,
favorite? Yeah.
to be realistic, if I take a lady out, I would like to go the Englishman way. Because when I want to eat, but if I'm at home, I want to do Africa at home. But going out, if I want to take meat pie, snacks, and for
So why
myself
you go?
also.
Why you go eat snacks with a lady out and you at home you eat about on your own?
Because I love to be comfortable. I will not be comfortable swallowing my
That's
fufu,
the
my
language. All
eba.
right, that's it. So African food is not the comfy thing to do. Well, may God save us. And this is good open confession. Well, I like to see this. And if you are home, if you are being taken out, do you eat the same thing you eat outside and at home? I'm sure Mary likes to eat about home. The last time I was speaking to Mary, maybe said she's cooking. And I know what Mary was cooking was something like soup. And she made a stew, right? Which she used for rice. But if she goes out, she eats chicken and chips. Hmm. God help us.
Interesting.
I don't want to go to Princess because Princess has been if I go on with that with Princess, we're not going to be here today because
But yeah.
Princess is the well number one English woman I have ever seen. Somebody eat baked beans. I saw Princess. So one day I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm eating baked beans." She's making salad. Okay, salad looks healthy, but come on, man. Of all the beautiful food you have in Nigeria, this is what you guys take yourself out to do. You know why I'm saying this? We're organizing the Nigerian Film Festival, and I said for the first time, we're going to sit down and watch Nigerian movies, eating Nigerian food. Must not be jollof. Jollof is too classy. They eat your correct eba and they watch movies. How can it be so bad if I go to eatery like Mary just said and I'm eating my decent food, healthy one, at that there's place to wash your hands and you're watching a beautiful football match or a movie. What's wrong with that? Is it because the white people tell us it's easier or more decent to eat popcorn? Is that why we continue to eat popcorn or we can do better? Let
Funny enough, for Daddy Chris, in as much as I think maybe because she saw me eating baked beans doesn't mean that I do that all the time.
okay.
And so I have I have a food timetable most time, and especially in Nigeria. Now, when most time when I go out, I don't do what people do. Even I've been to a Chinese restaurant in Abuja, and all my friends were ordering, seafood and all that Chinese rice. I did order soup and eba, which they didn't find funny as well. How can they bring eba here? And I said that is what I'm craving for right now. And so I've grown to a place where I know that I work hard for my money, and if I want to eat anything
No,
at
Princess, if a guy will
anywhere,
take you out, let's take that
I
first. There are two different.
if a guy
If a
takes
guy
me
take,
out,
yeah,
yes, if I want to eat eba, sure I'll eat swallow.
and you eat
I
with your
do that.
fingers. Let's understand that with your fingers. Because sometimes you guys these days, I remember our last days in school, we're using fork to eat eba. It's not the true typical eba we used to use it our hands anymore. You eat it like this, but you guys use fork now. Is that what you do, or you eat with your fingers?
Depends, sir. Depends. Sometimes I use my hands. Sometimes I can use the cutlery, sir. Let me be sincere.
All right. So
But we need to learn ourselves. Some of our food are actually medicine. I was going online checking as cheap as Ewedu is. Do you know Ewedu boosts immune system, also help heart disease, and also help to lose weight. if you check most of our meal, they're actually highly medicinal,
No,
like the way do the
it
egusi
is not
soup.
rocket science, David, and I'm happy to that we talk a little bit about this because we don't eat to for guy's sake. Funny thing is Nigerians now love to eat chicken. This chicken you can tell the chicken is. I can be looking at the chicken as it's growing, and today you tell me this is a chicken. No, in those days we used to eat fowl. So there's a difference between fowl and chicken. If you're eating fowl, I can understand, but you guys are eating chicken, 2 months
And
old. You eating chemicals.
yeah, and
Mary,
bad cuts, yeah.
your phone is on mute, Mary. You guys are
Fowl
eating chemicals.
fowl does not grow fast. How long will you wait?
No, it
Time to
takes
grow.
time, and that is the beauty of it. That is
No,
what we call
Yes.
organic
Mary,
food.
funny enough, it go within. I know before I lost my mom, there's something she does. Maybe at every January she'll buy some and start, rearing them. And
In
I
the
think
compound.
it takes a period of I think 6 months. I don't know, depends, six five
Yeah.
months.
Like the local
Uh,
fowl.
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes,
depends.
both the local and the other ones. And
yes.
so sometimes they don't really take much. Let's say maybe highest 1 year, and they will be very
Wow.
big.
With their tiny lamps.
1 year before I can eat chicken.
But
Tiny
no,
lab.
no, no. That means you have to keep, once
Nurturing.
yeah, yes. So, Mary, you know that particular native chicken is even the best, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
but
They
cannot
say
compare.
the lab is
It-
always small. It's not
if
big.
you
Like,
get it here in the UK, it will be 5 times the price of the normal chicken. 5 times. All right, because they call it organic food. You understand? And these are things we Nigerians take for granted. Let's take for instance. I already talk about sugar. Sugar. You guys are still lucky. I'm talking to a younger generation here. If you get to my age, they will tell you don't eat sugar, and you will feel it. David, you are the one. You are a man now. If you eat too much sugar at a particular age, the thing don't go. You understand? Your wife go to go outside. No, it's a fact. You understand? Sugar will destroy you.
but lack
People
of
should,
sugar is not the problem. So what do we
yes.
do?
Not only a lot. You could even be eating sugar is something you need to maintain it
Maintain
at very
balance.
minimal because our food is sugar, 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 sugar. Take a little bit of bitter leaf and vegetable is
Yeah.
safe. Vegetable is safe. You can't get it wrong, and that's what the things you get in Nigerian food. So it's
Yeah.
disheartening to see that you guys don't take advantage of some of the. You see, I don't know what I tried at the Ferrero. There's one black thing they put in there. You can't get it wrong. And even when I eat a Ferrero, I
Locust
eat
beef.
turkey. Yeah, turkey is good. You understand? I don't go into the red meat. And that's it. And if worst case, if you don't want, if you want to be really safe, go for fish. You can't get it wrong. And these are food Nigerians give to us. But okay, because we always bastardize what we have, we are not sure of what we're doing. I don't
No,
know what
I'm
I
even happy that I'm happy that the Nigerian week this year we're going to be having the food show. This is something that will help us also pass these messages across to let the people know how healthy we should live, how healthy these are food, African food, talking about Nigerian food. We know that, like today in the UK now, for instance, May 14th, the UK celebrate National Buttermilk Day, Biscuit Day. And so you can imagine they celebrate these things they eat here. And so why can't we celebrate our foods? And so if they are able to do that here, I saw the flyer somewhere yesterday, and they were yesterday. I saw a group of people, young people, actually gearing towards this celebration today. And so I thought to myself, thank God we're even having the food show. Of course, what we're going to be showcasing the varieties of food we have from Africa, from Nigeria, and of course, we have the bitter leaf that are medicinal vegetables and all that. And so I'm happy that we actually included the food show
princess.
this year.
To please touch on the issue of snacks. Do you know we have better snacks than these white people? You
Of course,
understand?
we have akara, we have other
You
things. We
understand?
have this.
There's a
Yes,
kuli kuli. There's something that comes from the
yes,
north. Kuli kuli. You understand? And
yes.
I said Nigeria. It's wrong to think that we living in a country sometimes we want to divide ourselves. No, Nigeria is great. It gives me opportunity to understand how the northerners their little spices and their. In fact, if you have you taken kunu, you understand. If you get used to kunu, you will not take any other thing. Do you understand? And these are very rich food. You don't need sugar that's why our forefathers live a little bit longer because they didn't have all these medical facilities you guys are now and I used to. My
Tiger
father was
nuts.
making babies before he died. He was making babies before he died. He had 29 of us. How many of you can give birth to 29 children now? I'm talking to the guys. My father had 29. Eh? And now you go say, what did they do that one? But you go feed one. Let's talk about it first. It's not about the money, it's not about anything, but you go feed. You understand? So today now, when you've got only one girl, they will say, you go they breathe anyhow. I bet more go. So that's good food for Africa. Something we should be
Yeah.
preaching.
Yeah,
You
but
understand?
you know that I do believe that we do appreciate our food, and I do believe it because it is only in Nigerian cities and you will see that when going outside the country they will dry leaf, they will take crayfish, they will take almost everything, and their bags it will be more than the kilo, and they will take it
Yes.
outside. You understand?
Yes.
So I do believe
Yeah,
that we
you see,
do
But
we
the,
appreciate our food.
you know what the funniest thing is? Only the older generation. Oh.
but they stop
You
them at
know
the
that
airport
I've
at
not been
times.
able to convince my kids to eat those food.
Daddy Chris, I wanted to even answer favor on that. Favor, I understand
Yes.
that a lot of people travel with these things, but you will be shocked that when they come, they sell because they are very expensive here. They
Yes.
will
Wow.
not tell you that they are selling. They don't want you to look down on them. Most of the time, they come, they sell. All those melon, ogbono, and all those things, they are coming with fish and
Yeah.
all that.
But they do
And
sell to Nigerians also,
Yes.
to
meaning
We are the
we
one.
yeah,
Nigerians,
We are the
exactly.
one. Yes.
So
yes, to Nigerians. But do you know that the parts of London I'm in now, most times you don't even see the Nigerian shop. So when we see people coming, that have these things, for instance, me, I will buy it. You understand? But me, I rather
yes.
carry my clothes, right? Carry my shoes and my hair and makeup than carry food stuff. That is just me. It has
We're
been
gonna
like
we're
that.
gonna talk, we're gonna look at that carefully on maybe tomorrow. The Nigerian fashion, beautiful thing to look at. You understand? Yesterday I was looking at the entertainment, and today I wanted to look a little bit at the Nigerian food till the next 3 minutes, and then we're going to look at the question because I have a question for everybody, and that is the heartbreaking question of the day. So, and yeah, still on the food. Yeah, favor. It's true that we appreciate the food.
Yes.
We know
Yes.
the, maybe those of us that are used to it. Our children here are not aware. Especially if you go marry another person, another from another culture. Then and there's a beauty in it too. I used to have a Sierra Leonean girlfriend. You know what they eat a lot? Cassava. The cassava leaf is the best
Yes.
vegetable you can ever think of. Have you heard that? We throw it away in my place. We don't eat cassava leaf, but it's the best vegetable for them. So when they see cassava leaf, cassava leaf, cassava leaf, I said, really? Is that what you're going to make the food? So this is made from cassava leaf. I tested it too. You understand? You begin to exploit it, and if you tell people, no, this is not what we do at home, I don't understand, Sha. The world, there's a way God created this world, and we like our own in a way. But the truth is, I'm looking at it from the health perspective and economic perspective. All right. Because if we eat our own food, if we appreciate our own food, if people like them maybe will go to Nigerian cinema and eat not popcorn, they now eat kuli kuli or in fact, you guys are doing chichina, which is foreign. I wanted something really homemade. You understand? Akara.
Should I
Well,
introduce them?
we cannot.
You know,
Or
I grew up,
granite. Or even granite.
I grew up in the north, so if you're talking about kulukule, I'll tell you more about it. I used kulukule
Good.
more than you. But when you
Good.
see kulukule in an eatery, you won't see there now.
Daddy Chris, you know,
It's
you know
because you're not
popcorn is
patronizing
from
it.
corn.
Maybe it's because you're not
Daddy Chris,
patronizing it. Man.
Daddy Chris, you know popcorn is from corn, and we grow corn, so we cannot say it is a foreign food.
No, it is foreign the way they prepare it. There's a way we eat our corn. If I go there and I eat roasted corn, that's how we eat corn. We don't eat corn the way they do. We don't pump it. We roast it, and it's different. If we're going to talk about eating roasted corn in during our movie, I'll be celebrating. Meaning we have value. This is sometimes this food we're talking about. There's a way we do it. Our own is actually better. Popcorn cannot be compared to roasted corn. You can't compare. The popcorn is they just throw it, the thing begin to burst. Roasted corn takes time to roast. And if you taste it, have you tasted roasted corn? In those days, we'll take coconut, matcha, or one pear. They
It
can
still
slap
happens,
them.
not in those days. Not in those days. It
If
still
I
But
tell
happens.
people how
you
many
ask
of
that
man, I
if
don't
you're
see
going
her for cinema. I don't see her in restaurant. It's only give me meat pie. Eh? Give me that. That one we see there. Chicken and cheese from Mary. That's the truth. You understand? Like this
But
man is
the thing
accused.
is one we produce from Jos, so here in Nigeria, the Irish potato. That's the chips I'm talking about. It's still our food.
Irish potato. Anyway, we're
Yes,
not going to go into
Irish
that.
like
I'm not saying the food is not our own. Maybe there's no food that is owned by foreigners because they are grown in some are grown in Nigeria. Yes, it's our own food, but how are you making it? Is it the same way we used to make it? Why is the way we're doing it different? Why is it barbaric to you? Like I said, chicken is chicken. Fowl is different from chicken. All of them are the same thing. Chicken and fowl, do it our own way. Don't do it the Oyibo way. If you do it our own way, it's healthy. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the health implication and the economic implication. You understand? Maybe, and the funniest thing, if we can begin to find a way to, because we have a lot of space and to do that, and we begin to breed fowl uh, for international market, we'll be getting huge sales from it, huge sales as a nation, and it will be healthier for us to eat as well. So those are two things I say we should look at. Anyway, thank you, ladies. I know I took you on this memory lane, drive you to the food, and let's come back home. My question today is, and I really want us to take a little deep breath and say, okay, Nigeria, look at it. What do you really think is the problem of that country? And I really want everybody to take a little second because we're going on a break for this. I really want us to think, what do you think is the true problem of Nigeria? And how can we solve it? I don't want to hear corruption. You know why? UK, they are corrupt. The system is corrupt. America are the most corrupt. All right? Insecurity is in America. You hear young people coming out shooting guns and killing people too. That though they don't get away with it. Our own, we're not able to combat it. But again, I'm saying that there is insecurity everywhere in the world. You understand? You just hear the story of a young boy being killed on the streets on the way in London, way to school. It's disheartening. So there are a lot of you hear crimes everywhere in the world. What is wrong with Nigeria as a state? What do you think is wrong with us as a people? And I'm going to ask, when we identify it, then we're going to look at it solution before we take a look at the papers, because we're going to look at the papers together today. Let's go on a break. And I'm going to tell you the break will be on the Nigerian week, just to tell you what the Nigerian week is all about. We'll come back. We're not going to talk about Nigeria week. We're going to talk about the Nigerian as a nation. Because the reason if you look at our platform today, we're on green. And the background in newspaper review is green. We're representing Nigeria in a way, this Nigeria. And that's what we're trying to do. But let us try and today, for one day, crack our brain. Look at the issue together. What is the problem with the Nigerian state and how can it be solved? Let's go on a break. Don't go away. Stay there. We'll be right back.
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business, and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion, and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5. OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at everbright.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Anyway, welcome back. This is Wake Up Nigeria, and you can see we are ready, we are happy, we are excited, and we are dealing with Nigeria in a very positive way today. We've really been talking. We've seen some of the challenges we'll be going, and I'm going to take my time to disturb these young minds here. And perhaps for those of you at home as well, you join this conversation. What do you think is the problem with the Nigerian state? Now, I am allowing everybody to say what they really think. It's a moment to say, what do you think is the problem with Nigeria? I'm doing something, part of Nigerian Week this year, and I said to them, for those young people who are studying in the UK, Nigerians studying in the UK, who have been exposed to a different culture a different style, who have seen different things. I'm saying to them, come and tell us how we can address the issue of leadership at home. And it's a contest, which is a part of Nigerian Week this year. It's similar to the next presidential we do in Nigeria. But this time, I want the young minds here who are now, only those who are in uni here, who are actually going through, they go through the system, they pay their taxes, they understand what it takes. So based on that today, I'm going to start with Favor, youngest person in the house, I'm supposed. Favor, don't mind. Don't worry, we're going to press you small because we want to hear the young point of view. What do you really think
Okay.
is the problem with the Nigerian state?
Okay. I think first there are two things I think they are wrong with that is wrong with Nigeria. I think one, the people in power, as you will say, the people in power. Then two, I think we the citizens are the problems. Those are the two problems we have. If the people in power will take up the mantleship of leadership and decide to work for us, I think Nigeria will be better. And I think we, the people, if we grow a conscience and we stop certain things that we do, if we decide to to only, I don't know how to put it, but I know
Yes,
that.
in other words, you think we're not
Oh,
patriotic enough because that's what
yes,
exactly, yes. We
exactly,
seem not to
yes.
love the country or understand. Or, is that what you're saying? That we
Yeah,
no,
yeah. I think
I get
that
I get
that
what you're
will
saying.
work.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. So if we the people become more patriotic and
yes,
serve our countries more, you understand? Everybody tries to help one another. I think Nigeria will be a better place. I really believe it will be a better place if we become
yes,
our brothers keepers.
yes.
Nigeria will be better than it is today.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
identify two important things here. You understand? People in power, they are not the leaders. I like the word. People is using the right word here. You understand? There's a difference between people in power and those who we can call leaders because there are so many leaders in the country. You understand? Who are not in power. I want to give the credit to them because I see Nigerians, young Nigerians, taking up some courses, actually piloting it. Some run NGOs. Those for me, those are people in power. Those are leaders. They are not in power, but they are leaders. They choose to address a particular issue in society, and that is why you don't call leadership from only those who are in power. People in power would have been better leaders because they have the resources to implement certain things, but there are people who are not in power but they are leaders. And he's saying that if people in power will do the right thing, hmm, and that work for the people rather than work for themselves, then Nigeria will be a better place. And he also, she's accusing us too that we should be understand that this country is the only thing we have. If we are patriotic enough and we give what we need to give to Nigeria, I think we'll get to where we're going. I cannot agree with Favor more. But let us go. Maybe somebody will agree, somebody will not. Let's hear from the next person. I will say, let's go to Abuja. Abuja, tell us what you really think is the problem facing the Nigerian state and
I think
possibly
I support what Favor said. Um, First of all, people in power has been the problem, but I will not blame them. I feel like if only we can change the electoral process, because it is because we don't have a structure. Like this last election, they made us to believe that maybe the beavers will count and all of that, and it didn't work that way. At the end of the day, anybody will just come up and take up the mantle of leadership and then do whatever they want to do. I feel like if we can change the electoral process and get good leaders that merit that position, things will change. Then talking about the citizens, we Nigerians, if we can stop being greedy and selfish, I think things will be better, because at the end of the day, I notice that we take advantage of whatever situation that comes up. And whenever we do this, we don't tend to even shift from it. Just the way we try to do these things, that is how we keep doing it. And it's affecting us as a people. By the end of the day, we tend to just call the leaders. Only the leaders are not the problems. Even we as a people are the problem. If we can stop being greedy and selfish, things will work for us.
Thank you. So, Mary, again, I don't think you've said anything. I love what you said. If we perhaps address the way we pick our leaders, that's what Mary said. I don't want to talk about the beavers. Maybe we can have another system where we will select leaders who Because actually, you can't blame the people if they're going to spend 20 billion to get to become president, then they want to get the money back. And yeah, election is expensive everywhere in the world. They spend money to get them. Mary is of the opinion that if we have a system, a good system of breeding leaders, of putting people in power, then the system they will be working for us. I think the electoral process needs some reforming, and that's what Mary is saying. And again, they throw the blame at us. Mary's throwing the blame at us. Perhaps we are not patriotic enough. An example is we're talking about food today. I'm sure the young girls here, they all want to go to the eatery today. Chinese food is more popular in Nigeria. I won't be surprised. People want to go to Chinese than to eat the Nigerian food. Uh-uh. If you look at all of us in the house now, we all dress foreign. Nobody like the Nigerian dress anymore.
Not
Princess
that
will
this one
explain
is
that to
Nigerian
us.
dress. What am I
Princess will explain that to us.
We
Anyway,
do
let us.
no. We do love the Nigerian dress. I will say
Okay.
we do.
But why?
Trust me.
Okay.
We do.
So we just choose to come on the show like this. Anyway, Princess always say on
Yeah. We
Friday
just
we can dress African. And let's hear
And
from
Chinese
Lady.
food, Chinese food is not even among those food that you say we like. I don't know for other person, but for me, there are not any specialty, anything special in Chinese food.
Oh,
Because only the
really?
Chinese guys I've seen, I don't even like it.
Okay.
Ours is not like that.
It's all right. So because the good thing is, what is so good about Nigeria is if you travel across the country, you see different dishes, different. In fact, you can't get it wrong. You understand? And I studied in Auchipoli, and because I was living with this in this family house, I got used to eating granite soup. It was the cheapest thing I could get because my landlord will give me granite. You understand? They do have granite, and they give me gari, but their gari is not. They don't process it the way we do it in Delta. It's not as dry. They put it outside to dry. Our own, we fry it. So it was a little bit different. But I got used to it and I begin to enjoy it. You understand? Anyway, Dotu, Chief Dotu from Lagos, tell us, what do you think is
Okay.
Nigerian state?
Yes, Nigerian problem is not too difficult to settle. But let me point out some key points that is wrong with Nigeria. My colleague have actually mentioned one, which I totally agree with them: leadership. Yes, that is one of the problems we are facing in Nigeria, the problem of leadership. And secondly, I believe Nigerians are patriotic. I totally believe we are patriotic. And I will tell you why I believe we are patriotic. If we can change the people's mentality, the way we reason, that will go a long way. If we know how powerful we are, if we know we actually put these people in that seat, I believe it will go a long way to help. And also looking at the economy of the nation, we have a very, very weak economy. That is one of, and let me use this analogy. Nigeria is like a beautiful mansion with 36 rooms. And in these 36 rooms, we decided to put the wrong people, thugs, armed robber, criminals in each of those rooms to take care of. Now, let me ask you a question. Who do you think that we invite over to these rooms to help them take care of the rooms? They will invite people like them. That is one of the problems we're also facing in Nigeria. By the time we elect the wrong people into power, they now give the wrong people positions. In fact, as a matter of fact, our government now compensates people who helped them during election. Oh, this person actually voted for me. This one was my did well during the campaign. He supported me. Knowing fully well that he is not going to deliver yet, simply because the reason are like they are in the same camp. You put them in positions and they know nothing about it. I've heard a minister who says he does not, when he was appointed minister, he said he does not even know what to do. He does not even know anything. That was his predecessor that was not telling him how to go about it. This is somebody you want to lead, and he's really know nothing about it. And Nigerians, being who we are, I know Nigerians are patriotic. If you give Nigerians, put them in the right situation, the right place, Nigerians will deliver. And you can agree with me, if you see Nigerians outside Nigeria, they are doing well. Even those who are not born in Nigeria want to come and represent Nigeria in sports, football, athletics. How patriotic can they be? Some of them, those who do not even play for Nigeria, regretted it. Like this Agbolahon regretted it. This other one that lost his elder brother too, I can't remember his name. Fashion also regretted it. Now Nigerians are coming home to represent Nigerians. We know we do no longer believe in our government. We know it is we who cannot make it right. By the time we keep waiting for the government, we will not go anywhere because these old men are not even ready to relinquish power. So for how long are we going to wait for them? We know we have a problem of leadership. And like I said, I always say this: the biggest problem of a man is not knowing he has a problem. The day you identify your problem, that is the first step towards making solution to your problem. Good thing we have identified our problems. We have problem of leadership, and we have problem of putting the wrong people in power. That is a very good thing. We've identified our problems. Now, what do we need to do to solve this problem? My colleague in Abuja has made mention of one, which is the INEC. Let us look for a way to make our election credible. And we should change our mindsets. People still go about this mentality that when you give them a cup of rice, a cup of beans, t-shirt with crested t-shirt with the name of a party, oh, they want to die there. People are giving 3,000 naira to sell their votes. We need to orientate our people. Don't sell your vote. As easy as it seems, people still believe that whether we vote or not, the wrong person will be there. Now, let me tell you, if that is the case, if truly your vote does not count, they will not bribe you to vote for them. It is because somehow our votes still count. Yes, they might try to rig, but we should believe in our mindset that our votes still count and stop selling our votes. And that's one of the problems. That is how it's affected we the citizens, selling our votes. But they give some people 3,000 naira, they will jubilate. Oh, he has done well. Some of them, they just construct a road, do it halfway, and by the time you don't vote, by the time they become governor or whatever they want to become, they abandon the project. I've seen projects where people die in a ditch. They just
Davis, you'll be talking about leadership, problem of leadership. All right,
yes,
that's one.
yes,
I want us to cut it sharp. So I'm
yeah,
not cutting you. I love what you say because it makes a lot of sense. So do you identify issue of leadership and how we put people in power? Those are two things
yes,
that we'll
yes,
talk about here. And anyway, which is right. And you are of the opinion that we are patriotic people.
yeah,
And I agree. You understand? We're patriotic, and then you went further to let us know that we should stop selling our votes. Meaning,
vote.
because Nigeria is a business, we are all stakeholders in the business of Nigeria. In Nigerian state, your share of the Nigerian state is one vote. You understand? It's like a company, and you have one share. Your share is your vote. If you sell it, they don't complain. We talk about political illiteracy, and that is one of the things we might want to also identify as one of the problems facing the Nigerian state. Are we political illiterate? We'll talk about that tomorrow. You understand? Political illiteracy, because sometimes uh, you can't give what you don't have.
Sure.
If the people don't have that understanding, like Davis is educating us, the need not to sell our vote. That if our vote is not important, they won't be bribing us to get it. So that's why they give you 3,000 naira to get it. In any case, meaning it is important. That is your stake. That's what you have. That's your share of the Nigerian state. If you sell it, it's up to you. Then don't complain tomorrow.
Don't
I think that's
complain.
where this young man is taking us to. So in all, you believe that the Nigerian problem is that of leadership too, and that
Yeah,
we know that, all right?
yeah,
All right, let's hear from Princess before we come to the Princess. You've been here, you've been to UK, you've seen things happening differently. I mean, in fact, I always use one word. When you get used to being treated well, you don't want to go back to bullshit. But at least sometimes you don't even need to leave Nigeria to see some of the news happening. There's a minister that resigned from the government here because he was making more money as a private businessman than being in government. So that is the irony of it. You understand? So those are things you see when you are here. Things happen differently. And there's a lifestyle we have here. It's not about being rich or driving the biggest car. I remember one time when Princess came last year and we're driving. I said, "Oh, I would like this. The small car is what I'm going to drive in this country. I don't want it the big car." See, is it is it a mentality? So, Princess, we as a people, Nigeria as a nation, tell us what you think as our problem and how it can be solved. Very important. Before you talk, Princess, I want to say this. Very, very important. That what we do here is Nigeria is the biggest black nation on earth. Let me use the word again. The biggest, the largest black nation on earth. So every black man on earth, redemption is relying on Nigerian state. So we are the big brothers. If we are failing, then the whole of the black race is going down. That sense of that I am a black man. I belong somewhere. It's gone. Our kids, if I have a child here, he will tell you I'm British. He doesn't want to have anything to do with Nigeria. The failure of the state. A lot of Americans, black Americans, they don't want to know anything. Jamaicans, they've sung a lot for Nigeria, for Africa, but they don't want to come. They say, oh, we are Africans, we are this, but as everybody is a black man, as long as a black man, you're an African. But they don't want to go there. So that is how dangerous whatever our leaders or whatever we are doing to the continent or to Nigeria, who is the biggest, is it. So, Princess, let's hear from you.
Okay, they've said quite a lot, but for me, I feel like Nigeria, no rule of law. That is one. And two, religion. Two. I know people are going to be very angry with me because Nigerians, when we hear religion, but one thing, you cannot be more Catholic than me, or you cannot be more religious than me. That is what I believe. But the truth is always bitter. So I've identified lack of the rule of law, religion, and of course, you know, no accountability in the system. Now, for instance, when
Yes.
you see our political leaders here, elite here in the UK, I was opportune to I flew with one of the sitting governor now to London. And, here the man was struggling with his buses, carrying his stuff like every other person, just like the way you have the political leaders here. When you see the prime minister struggling to enter the train, just like every other person, no attention, no escort, no paparazzi. But now, this is the same person that when they get to Nigeria, the case will be different. The siren, the bodyguards, the people. I flew from Asaba to Abuja, and Chris Igege was there on the flight, and you needed to see the amount of bodyguard around him, even inside that flight. And then the way Nigerians came, and because he was, of course, at the first class, the way Nigerians came, he was like, "Oh, good evening, sir." The way they were fidgeting already. And so I think our elites, they actually know what to do, but they are not doing it. And of course, no accountability. For instance, somebody leaves office, and we know that's why I say no rule of law. These people, for EFCC is going after Yaya Bello. If you look at it critically, there will be a reason, because it's not just uh Yaya Bello that has this issue of looted funds. We've seen others in the past, they have gotten away with it and nothing happened. So it's not about going after Yaya Bello alone. We have 1,000,001 of these people that have destroyed the nation, the resources, the finances of the country, but they are in their homes sleeping. Nothing has been done. And so when AFCC begin to pinpoint at a particular direction, we know that there's something there, but look at it underneath as well. There's something that they are trying to achieve, or somebody is actually pushing them to do that. And that is two. And then when we talk about religion, our religious leaders, we live in a country where you know what is right, but you believe, oh, God will do it. God has given you the sense, the wisdom to do this. But we live in a country where, for instance, we had a doctor on the show that said, uh, somebody will come and say, oh, no, I've prayed, the thing will go, right? And then they believe that with prayer, we know that there's faith, prayer works. But there are things God also expects you to do as a human being. And then during election, you see people, religious leaders trying to brainwash their members. And because my papa said this, the priest said this, the imam said this, I'm going to do that, knowing fully well that this is a wrong thing to do. But because a religious leader in quote has said it, it is right in their eyes. And so when we look at Nigeria today, religion is one of the biggest problems we have. Look, when you enter a street, you will not see any other thing. Maybe you will see in a very small street, you will see maybe 10 churches, 100 churches, different names, but you will not see a company. You will not see maybe something reasonable where people can even, something to impact on the people. And then they keep brainwashing you in that religion, in that gathering, that, oh, if you don't do this, you will do this, this will happen. And people believe, especially during elections. I have seen, I have watched, I don't want to call names. I'm a journalist where I talk with facts. I have seen where, especially in the Abuja part where I live in Nigeria, where religious leaders will be brainwashing. You will hear it. They are not even hiding it. They will brainwash their people. You must do this. If you don't do this, God will punish you. And of course, the fear of religion, the fear of pastor, reverend, imam, people do what? They do these things. We saw what happened during the last election. I covered that election. We were live here on Srtv. We saw the energy the youth came out with. The people actually voted. But another thing, like Mary said, the electoral system is bad. There is no two ways about it. In as much as the youth with people, they are beginning, to wake up from their slumber. Oh, this time we're taking the bull by the horn, we're taking the bull by the horn and all that. At the end of the day, if the system, like what we used to say, if the head is bad, what will become of the body? And so, in a country like Nigeria where there is no rule of law, Tinubu has come now. Tinubu will do whatever he wants to do and get away with it. Nothing will happen. Buhari has come and gone. And it's only the people that they use to perpetrate these things that suffer, e.g. Emefiele. Emefiele already has accomplice, but fear of the unknown. We already know what is happening right now with Emefiele. In fact, he will be arraigned before the court tomorrow again, Wednesday. We know the saga, but we know that Emefiele is not involved alone. There are other people. And so and this immunity clause thing they do in Nigeria is another issue we have, is a serious issue. People perpetrate evil in the name of, because they know they are covered for a period of time. And before that time, they would have wasted so much resources, they would have looted, they would have squandered these monies. And what will you do at the end of the day? Arrest them? And so these are some of the issues, sir. When we talk about rule of law, and this is our constitution, I think in this is high time we amend part of that constitution. And of course, our religious leaders need to do more. Allow people to think on their own, to do what is right. Don't say, okay, the election is coming, you must do this. If you don't do this, God will punish you, or that means you are against us. No, allow people to think. We're actually adults, right? And so these are some of the issues I know we are facing. And of course, like Mary said, the electoral system needs serious overhauling. Our religious leaders need to do more, and our political leaders need to be more accountable. I think there should be, when Buhari came into power, he said, I'm going to declare my assets. He was being religious, or a sincere man, honest man. I will declare my assets. And so everybody knows when I'm leaving also, I will declare, so people know this is Buhari. But he did not declare while leaving the office. He's not in Daura after causing so much mayhem in the system. A man that came, somebody we know that is nowhere to do, he has health issues, and somebody, the followers will still come and argue with you. We knew very well, as all that 8 years, that the man was not present. People were actually running that administration. Now he has damaged the economy. He's now in Daura enjoying immunity or enjoying benefits of being a president. So these are the issues that we need to look at.
Thank you so much. And I think the topic is so broad. Even if we go into the problem with only leadership in Nigeria, that would have been a very good topic actually to look at. So we're going to go into more and more as we have the shows, because there is a lot that can be done, and this actually we're facing a lot of challenges.
But sir,
Nobody, yeah,
okay,
go.
I totally agree with Princess what she said. But the only part I want to object is the area of religion. Now, you don't expect the church to do what your government should do for you. It is the duty of the church to expand and have branches. That is their job. Why can't the government even learn from the church? Daddy Chris, you said something yesterday that we are not exporting anything, but when you go to South Africa, you find churches there. How is the church able to grow to even move from Nigeria? I saw Celestial Church that started in Nigeria, in UK, US.
It's
How are
in
they able to grow
they
and
are in
expand?
they are
Yes,
in
white Cameroon
Brazil.
that started
They're in Brazil.
in one village in Nigeria, but it's presently in UK. How are they able to grow and expand? Why can't the government learn from the church? During the time of COVID, when there was lockdown, the church was going out doing humanitarian services. Late TB Joshua, sorry, is late now. Went to Agege Ikotum, sharing things. But what was our own billionaires doing? They were donating billions to the government. At the end of the day, what happened? They
The
embezzled
question,
the whole
can
thing.
I ask you one question?
David,
Sorry,
I want to ask you.
David.
Please go ahead.
Where did the pastors get the money?
Where did
David,
they
oh,
go? Yes,
David,
Yes.
go on.
From
I
donations
want
to
to
the church.
I think you are getting what she said wrong.
Yes,
In a
exactly.
kind of people that she's talking about,
Yeah.
I need to understand that these people, have you seen the negative influence they also create on the people? Have you seen the way they brainwash people negatively? I think she's
Thank you.
actually talking
But,
about that.
but
Yes.
They should do what the government are doing. Now, taking myself as an example, when I wanted to go for service, a man of God told me that the Lord said I should submit my phone. If I don't submit my phone, that I will have problem in camp and they'll send me
did you
back.
submit it?
Why would I submit it? Am I being stupid? I
Of
said,
course,
okay,
you
that's
are
what the Lord said.
stupid.
That's what the Lord said. He says, yes. He gave me that fear, and that's what he's trying to say. He gave me a lot of negative thoughts. You get, and although I was scared, but I didn't submit it. But I went to camp. It was successful. Nothing happened.
Let me simplify.
Let me look at it this way.
Let me simplify this a little bit. So because I personally think our, if not the major problem is religion. Let me explain this. I vote for a Christian brother, not because he's the best, but because he's a Christian. You know what? The whole of the Islam people, they're going to come and kill us, which is a big lie. The Muslim man is voting for Mohammed, brother, because what? He's a Muslim. Not because he knows that this is not the right person. But let me tell you, when Nigerians are in the camp, have you been to the Nigerian camp? Let's follow the barracks. You meet all religion, all tribes living together as one.
Yeah.
There is no difference between Christianity and Islam. I keep saying it. I said, and I believe that had Jesus and Muhammad met on earth, they were friends. They're saying the same thing. But politicians, we took religion. You know what is so funny? People think somebody brought Christianity to you, right? That's where we are now. I better come Anglican church. I went to the church one time when Princess was here with her. Our Reverend Father is a woman. Have you seen that? It's an Anglican church.
Yes.
You not been near anywhere that they do that one for Nigeria. Anglican woman, God be priest. For where? So, and that is still not my problem. My problem is I think there's a noise coming from Lagos, and that needs to be stopped. All right?
Yes, I don't know. I wanted to say that either Lagos or Abuja, people are talking behind the background,
Yes.
and we need that to stop.
Let them
Maybe.
stop that one
I'm
before we
hearing
bring
the
Lagos
noise.
back.
It's not in Abuja.
Thank you.
Maybe Lagos also.
It's
I'm hearing
Lagos.
the noise too.
I can hear them. Yes. Tell them to clap for themselves because they are talking onto the world. To be happy. Anyway, let's see when they are settled, we'll bring them back. You see, what we're saying is Nigerians, we have this thing, and I don't know who give us this belief. Maybe we are so close to God that we are so gullible. If my wife go to church and say she's going to all night, she's not coming back to my house. I simply don't trust the activities in the church. My daughter will not go to church and say they're going to one gathering. They'll give her belly come. They are more corrupt. So what are you going to take from church? They will take your money. They will deceive you, your brother. That the right person cannot be your leader because it's not from the same religion with you. So I'm going to vote a village fool to be president just because he's a Muslim or because he's a Christian. I won't do that. But how many of us are in this position to liberate our mind? That's what Princess is saying. And one funny thing again is, even some things God will have done for us.
I remember during the election in Delta State,
Yes.
that brought in Oborevori as the governor, and there was this chaos. There was this there was this very issue in Delta State that Omagege is a pagan and so cannot be
Yes.
accepted.
Exactly. I heard
Now,
that.
it's painful that David is not
Omagege
here
came
because
out and
obviously
denied
he's
that
all
he's a
my
Catholic.
friends.
But Omagege was not
Yes.
Christian enough.
Now,
I was supporting Omagege. He couldn't
Why
be
did he
Christian.
deny it? Why did he deny it? Why not
And why
stand
did
for
he
what?
deny? Why did he
no,
deny
no,
it?
no, no, no. Sir. Daddy Chris, I understand Daddy Chris, but let's look at it from the fact that you see that human beings have been brainwashed, that all religious people were not saying, oh, eh, he's a pagan, he
Uh,
dances Igbe, and for that reason, he
exactly.
cannot
You cannot
be
vote
a
for him.
governor of the state.
Yes.
Now, because we know that Omar as a human being, of course, has his own fault. But now you're judging him based on the religion or a path you choose to, to
Yes.
follow. And now because somebody is dancing Sigbo, or because somebody is what's it called, a pagan, should not be given a chance because you so much believe in these Christians or these religious people that okay, they are your saviors. Then it was a serious issue that I know the Reverend Father that came out to actually rebuff that news that no, he has been an active member of the Catholic Church, he's a communicant and all that. And that was what actually died the issue. I even had to call the priest that remove yourself from politics. He's not saying no, but the guy has been coming here. So it's only fair for the church to say he is actually one of us, not the fact that the parents dancing Sigbe does not make him a pagan. And now this only shows the mind, the mentality of our
Exactly.
people.
No, no,
And
no,
now
that
because you're
shows the
telling me that
force, the
somebody is a
power,
pagan
the
should not
power
be given a
behind the
chance.
religion. Yes. The negative power with religion is actually damaging us as a people. So Adama Gege is the best candidate. He will not be given a chance because he's a pagan. Not because he can rule us well. And that's the shameful part we're talking about. And it's a dangerous one. Like it is dangerous. I know we're all Christians here. Everybody here goes Christian. In fact, my parents call me Christians. That's why they call me Daddy Chris. You know, and I said, well, it was me that went to school and I changed my first name. Babire is my first name. You understand? And that's what they answer. Because I will not, again, I have nothing against, I believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ. I don't agree with everything in the Bible, but I agree with Jesus. That's the funniest thing with me. I don't agree with everything the Bible is saying because I'm not a Gentile. There's certain rubbish in there written to the Jewish people, but I am a Christian because I agree with Jesus. Is it not the same people that killed Jesus? Are you the one that killed Jesus? You understand? So that I said that I don't agree with everything written in the Bible, you're thinking, oh, why is he talking about? No, not the same people that wrote some of the things they said in the Bible, they're the one that killed Jesus. In fact, the truth is that the people today, the churches today, they will be the one to accuse Jesus. Because you know what telling them you can't use my father's house for this rubbish to make money. And that's why they hated him most. And what are you people doing today in Nigeria? Using the house of God to make money. And you are not the one that killed Jesus. Okay, now me kill him. See, let us ask ourselves the deep question. Then we're not going to religion today because that would be too deep. But we are asking, is it a problem? Has it done good or done evil or damages to us as a nation? You know,
That's not
not
damages. That's not
a lot of
damages.
damages. Of course, we agree that it's good.
I
Now,
don't agree.
I know you may not agree. It's opinion. You
Even
understand?
rich people
I
say
don't
the church
totally,
are more
totally
recognized.
agree.
You may not.
Even rich people are more
Nobody.
recognized in church these days compared to the less privileged. So
Yes.
it has done more damages.
Have you
I
not
don't
gone
totally
to
agree.
church? It's the thief you're talking about now that will sit at the top, at the front of the church. This one, the so-called governor. Have you been seen a governor in church? Is the one that will sit at the front. Oh, Nami go sit at the front.
That is the most funny thing that it Chris. You see that these elites, they are actually at the front, especially in Catholic Church. They are the one going to receive communion. They are the one very close to the Reverend Fathers. They are the ones donating to the
And
church.
then the
I
whole,
have, I have, I have people like that in my family. We know them. Even the whole world know them. These people are evil, and then they're always at the front of the
Please,
church.
can I ask a
I
question?
am not
go
saying
on.
that the church is totally bad. David, don't get me wrong. I'm
No,
not saying
you
that
know,
the
say,
church,
Sure,
you know,
sure.
say,
I know,
religion.
yeah, I
We
agree.
are Christians.
I am a Christian. Religion
Yes.
brought in good, the bad, and of course the ugly in Nigeria. Now,
Yeah.
when we look at
Yeah.
Nigeria today, right? You were talking about donations during COVID. Please, David, let's be
Don't go
very
there. Don't go
sincere.
there. Don't go there.
You see,
Let's not go there.
during COVID, I was going around with my ID card. I was the only one that was not at home. I was always roving from state to state, not even just within
Same
Nigeria.
here, same here.
I was roving. I went to Kogi. I went to Edo. I went to Delta. I went to everywhere in Nigeria. I went to Asaba during COVID. And so, please don't bring the religion. Our religious leaders, they were donating. Where did they get these things from?
In
From
fact,
who?
there
From
was
you
there
and
was
me.
this
Yeah,
What
sorry,
we
I
are
the
know
saying.
winners.
it's true.
One member of the winners church said, when we go see money take pay now,
But
Baba
but
Yerikpo.
you
Even
made
during
mention of
COVID, Baba
you
Yerikpo, they
said
said they preach
something.
tight.
You said they donated, right? Where did they get the money from? Now, are we after the donations or what the donations are used for? They donated, and I am saying I saw the impact of the church, though they donated, people donated, Christians donated,
You know,
than the
hey,
government itself. That's
Davis,
what I'm trying to
Davis,
say during
Davis,
COVID.
David,
It is not
David.
only during
Have
COVID
you
that
been
the
to a
church
church
is
in
supposed to be
Please, you
donating,
need to
David.
come to church
Let's
in
get
England.
something right. It is not
You,
only COVID. The church is supposed to be there for the people. This is the
exactly.
essence of the church.
But they
Now,
are,
come to
sincerely.
England. Come
And
to
this
England.
is
You will see
here.
what is a church. England, come here. You know, on the street here, I asked them one day a simple question: how could your members be hungry? And some have a lot. I swear now, on the street, on my street here, today is Tuesday. By 1 o'clock, they start sharing food. In my Anglican church here, you go there, you go with 3 bags of food. I go there because I said to them, I go to Catholic church. It's only Nigerian church that they don't share food. One stop now, yo. Una stop them. Let's go to the next topic because this one not go. We not finish this one. Let's not go into
You
the
know, no,
religious.
some churches, no,
They
Daddy Chris. Some
do.
churches they don't share food.
They
Some
do. I'm
churches,
serious. That
you
Chris.
know,
I am
I
you
not
know,
know
a
that
church.
favor. I know that Redeem
Yes,
does.
not
Redeem,
only
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
redeem,
that
they
every
do.
first
Yes,
Sunday
they
of
do.
the month.
not
I've
only
been
Yes.
to a
redeem.
child dedication in Abuja where I was giving granatoya chicken,
Well,
fried chicken, and all that.
yeah, okay.
Not
Yes.
only
You
redeem.
know, the
Catholics,
church
Anglican.
is very powerful. You know, that is something
Honestly,
I can say. The church has influence, a great number of influence on the people. While I understand where Princess Cassie is coming from, talking about the church and the negative impact it is, I do also understand Mr. David where he's coming from. You know, Daddy Chris, I like to be a little bit in the middle. You
I like that.
understand? Yes. So yeah. So I do understand where both of you are talking from. So I believe, like I said, the church is very powerful. And Princess Cassie has said, she said, the church, it has produced both the good, the bad, and the ugly, and which is true. The
I
good, the
totally
bad,
agree.
and the ugly, they are from the church. You understand? So as much as these people, these leaders, they use the church as a coverage, they use it, they use the church, they do certain things and they hide under the canopy of the church.
Of the
I
church.
still believe that some of the churches are genuine and they do what they are supposed to do. So
Anyway,
not
Yeah,
all the churches
Let's
I
even
agree.
use the word
And
church.
it
It's
favor,
not
doesn't
favor,
religion.
favor,
Because when
favor,
we say church,
yeah,
favor.
religion.
um,
Yes, let's use the word religion, not
Let's
just
use
the
the word
church.
religion.
to
Exactly. Not
Yeah, the
only
word
church.
religion,
The
if
truth
I
not
use
is,
only the
religion, I
church
would have not
alone.
said much.
the
But
truth
because you
is,
mentioned the church,
religion is a problem in Africa.
I agree.
It's a
Yes,
problem to us as a people. It's
Yes,
actually
religion.
politics. And they have used it
yes,
for us. Even the white people came with it, they use it on us. Now it's our own people using it on us. We need to understand how best to practice our religion. For me,
Religion.
religion
yeah,
in
People
our
are
country.
sick. They will not go to the hospital.
Daddy
They'll
Chris,
go and
I'm so happy you use the right word now. Religion, not the church.
yeah, religion.
Religion
no,
is
Yeah,
the
it's not the
problem,
church.
not
Well,
the church.
I'm talking to you people here because I'm talking to a group of Christians. I do the same thing when I talk to Muslims. You understand?
Yeah.
If somebody tell me that if I die, I'm going to have 12 virgins. Virgins when I not see here. Now heaven I want to see her. You understand? What kind of damage is that? So that is the kind of things you see. You
That's
understand?
the
I need the
word.
virgin here. I know they wait for heaven. So we're talking about that. You understand? So we have a lot. There's a lot going on there. But it's a good thing that we've been able to identify some of the issues facing us as a people. It's a very honest conversation today. Please let us read at least one paper. We're doing a lot of injustice to the show. Let us read at least one paper. At least we have one paper review today. All right, let's quickly do that. Where do we start from?
Okay, I think we should go with the Guardian.
All right.
The big story says, mistrust, greed stalls takeoff of new telephony license in 36 states. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And here we have another story that says 2027 opposition party leaders to meet over mega party. And that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And then we have another story that says 265 local vessels registered abroad as Nigerian lags in registry digitalization. And that story is on page 15 of the Guardian newspaper. And there's a story that says NLC, TUC, pickets NDRC discos offices nationwide. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And there's a story that says Obi meets Atiku, Saraki orders over Nigerians' woes. And that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Fubara vows to pro Wike, orders panel
Nah,
of
now,
inquiry.
you see what I've been saying? You see what I've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
saying? You see
I
what
knew
I've
you
been
would be happy
saying?
about that news.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes.
listen now, we're gonna see. Fubara, they watch my show. I said, Fubara, if you if that go on, Mary. Let's finish this.
Panel of inquiry, and that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And here we have a story that says stock investors lose 3.8 trillion in less than 2 months. And that story is on page 15 of the Guardian newspaper. Concerns as US student visa refusal reach a record level in 2023. And that story is on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper. And these are all the stories we have on the Guardian this morning.
In fact, there's a very word Fubara used. I don't know. I watched the video. I can't pick it. Princess, have you saw that little clip? He said the battle, like the battle is it's like we are now at war. There's a very good word he used in that video. A very word from him when he said it is time. Eh, that obviously that the trouble is not going away. That he has been calm for so many reasons. Now the trouble is not going away. He's coming out to do the right thing. Baba, boy, probe Wike. If he's right, don't victimize him. But please probe him. You see, when these things are happening, when there is trouble like this, it's always in the interest of the people. That is my belief. Oh. When you see things like this, it's always in the interest of we the people. And that is what we are seeing today. I don't know why the network is just cutting some of our people back. They're coming back. That is a great news. People of River State
Yeah.
have been suffering. They've suffered in the hands of Wike. They suffer now in the hands of Fubara. The question is, of what use are these two people to them? Fubara said they should continue to make mistake. That he's praying that God should make them continue to make mistake because they believe that it's a mistake. And he said, may God help them to continue to make mistake. But now he is here and God does not make mistake. That's a big word, though. The guy is going to fight. Fubara is going to fight back. And that is what we'll
Yeah.
expect. You see, sometimes the best defense is attack. The best defense is attack. No matter what Fubara has done, you've helped him to become the governor. Just because he's not playing to your gallery, now we should kill him. You want to impeach him at all costs, the guy is going to come back. And we're going to see a big war coming from there.
At
Nobody.
first, I thought he was scared though. I was thinking he was scared of him because
I
of
said it's
what.
going to get to this point. Princess, this is
Yeah,
what
it
I've
was
Yeah.
been
looking as
waiting
if he
for.
was
I'm
Yeah,
waiting for this.
when I saw this on paper, when I saw it on paper, I was like, oh yes, Daddy Chris is going to be happy about this.
Now, Princess, your boyfriend, your crush is going to get it tough now because Princess used to love this weekend like crush, and
But she was the one that said Rike is a troublemaker now. She knows.
he
She knows that
wanted
Rike is a troublemaker.
second wife before that. The princess, that wicked second wife. Now you're gonna get it tough over there, princess. Yeah. Yes.
I'm quite happy today over that news. You know, there's a way you push somebody to the wall and they don't have anywhere to go and they will just turn and
Yeah.
face you head on.
Yes.
I think that is what Fubar is trying to do. He has been calm, like I said yesterday on the show. He has respected Wiki enough. He has even gone to there was a time he apologized. They had to settle their beef and all that. But we've seen that since Wiki say okay, there will be no peace. Of course, when a crying child said he will not stop crying, no peace too. Of course, even pikin when say mama say no sleep, the pikin
You
too
know they
say no
sleep.
dey sleep. And so that is the parable of our people. You see that this is the only way, maybe this will also help Wike to be calm.
Yes.
If we don't go through this means, Wike will continue with this mayhem. You can see that Wike is always attending functions in River State. He's always making statements, comments. Meanwhile, we have in Abuja one chance and a lot of issues happening in Abuja that is supposed to be to be resolving. At the end of the day, Fubara needs this so that he can concentrate. Otherwise, the state will not run. The state will be exactly the way Wike left it. We've
Yes.
seen that over the years, this has been the style of, that is why I say no rule of law. This has been the style of our political leaders. When they hand over to their toy, and then they continue from behind. And even when that one leaves also, that is it's been a continuous process, so people do not have their own say. You cannot say, I'm a governor, I will do this, because the past one is still the godfather, is still the one deciding on who gets what, or who is who of the state.
Princess, our presidency is better than the governors. Oh. You only see situation where president is overruling the other one. They
Yes.
know they go. Our president go. You understand? They leave the other one to
Yes.
run the office. But our governors,
Yeah.
they don't. And these are the same people looking for more power to be given to them.
That's true.
When they've been abusing the little ones given to them, they want to have police. How am I sure that Wike will not have used the police to kill people?
Godfather. They want to be godfather.
Go to Edo State now. We have issues there. Obaseki is oppressing. You understand? Whether he likes it or not, there's oppression. You understand? There is only a state where you see, Princess, you use one word which we undermine. From a legal point of view, the true problem of the Nigerian state is rule of law. You understand? The law might not be suitable, it might not be good, it might not be good for you, it might not be good for me, but as long as it's the law, you must obey it. In fact, that is the modern civilization code. The modern civilization code is rule of law. If they ask you who is a civilized person is a person that obeys the law, because the law is the only thing that holds us together, is the glue that holds society together. The moment you don't obey the law, you're breaking the way. And that is a wrong way to go. And that is where we find ourselves today.
You
We
know,
need to,
Daddy Chris.
yeah,
Okay, you said something about our governors not letting their successors rule properly. That's what you said. Unlike in
yes,
presidency,
yes.
well, I thought of it from another point of view. There's something that he said that when your successor successfully carries out his tenure, then we can say you, as a predecessor, you are successful. You understand? You have successfully run your own channel also. So if we look at it from that angle, or except they use it for their own personal gain, I believe it is not bad for a predecessor to guide, to give guide to a
Not to
successor.
impose,
They
So
not
they
to
use it for
impose.
their
Yeah,
personal
guy.
gain, Gabriel. They use it for
Guide
their
and
personal
impose.
gain. In
Guide
Nigeria,
and
there is
impose.
nothing like guide.
It's
They're
not
not
fair.
These
like
are
that.
nobody. These are politicians. These are
yes,
people
It's
that
not
don't
so I'm
like
know
that.
just looking
to
at it
say,
from
I
that
want to
point of
run in
view.
this office.
If
Thank you.
you guide, it means you don't believe in him. That is how godfatherism starts. What are you guiding?
Yes.
What
Guiding
do
No,
you
what?
no,
love?
No,
it's
That's
no,
selfish
no, no,
interest.
no,
The
no.
guy.
He
what
loves
is
what he
guardian?
loves
Yes,
people. He
What is
loves
guardian
them.
to
like
That's
I
what
Wike
he
said,
now?
loves.
let's look at it from this point of view. Like I said
There is
again,
no
to
view.
give like giving guidance, so the person does not fall along the wayside. I was there before you, so I know what it entails. You understand? I'm just saying, looking at it
I
from this
understand
other
what
What if
you're
you were
perspective.
saying,
there and you
Gabriel, but
failed?
we've
Yes,
seen
Why
that
not
so
in
far in
failure?
Nigeria, it has been for a
Wike was
selfish
there.
reason.
No, yeah,
He
exactly.
failed.
Sometimes we have the former presidents of Nigeria gathering to have meetings to discuss Nigerian issues. You understand? See them go on. They do. You understand? When issues are really that bad, they come together, they talk. But there is leaders who are now out of power that are now
Stakeholders.
knowing that they've made some mistake, they want to give back. Obasanjo do come out to guide.
Yeah.
You understand? And
yes,
Obasanjo does
yes.
it
That's
well.
what I'm talking
You
about.
understand? Sometimes you're going
Yes,
to give
yes,
Obasanjo credit. He cannot
Daddy
sit
Chris.
down.
yeah.
Daddy
Yes.
Chris.
Yeah.
If Port Harcourt is a poor state, Wike will not be fighting like this. It's
No,
because he
nah.
knows the kind of people that is coming
He
out
knows
of
there's
that
so
state.
much money there, and
The
it's, the
thing is,
money here is not
I
enough.
feel like this thing is that's what I'm saying. It's greed and selfishness. Are we Port Harcourt
Nobody
does
you
not
think
have
is going
money?
to be president. Don't
You
worry.
know,
We can see
this guy
thinking
is
of
not
running
guiding
for
anything.
president.
It's not guiding. That Godfather is what he wants to just do. Control the state and still be in Abuja. When there's problem in Abuja for him to focus on, he's not focusing on Abuja. It looks as if he's there, but all his mind and soul is in Port Harcourt. It's really not right, honestly.
Now, there's a news there you read, Mary, that says Atiku, Obi, and who meets to
Exactly.
discuss on.
Yeah, and Saraki.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And
That's
so when we
already.
see news like this, we know that, okay, just maybe they are trying to discuss on Nigerian woes, way forward to brainstorm. But
Yeah.
Yes.
if Obi was not there, even though I don't, even me, I don't trust the Obi, I would have been very worried, because we know that when politicians, oppositions, when they meet, sometimes all what they do is not to promote or to say things that will benefit, the current government administration or the people, but most time they look for a way to bring down the administration.
Yeah.
We know, of course, when two people fight, I will not tell you you're beautiful if of course, if I quarrel with you. But
Especially
the
women.
fact that,
If you are the quarrel with boyfriend, now that day the man go hear all the things when he never hear before. Say you when are the manage. If you follow woman mouth, these people when they see their hair there, these three of their hair, they go keep if they see where they come from their mouth. You go surprise say, this not the man where you there with teeth. Now wow. Go on.
So no,
So
they are
yes,
amazing ladies, and they are amazing.
yeah, so you see that when they meet like this, of course, to discuss on, I'm quite relieved that Obi is there. Sarah Obi is there among Saraki and Atiku. We know that before the election, Obi and Atiku had their own issues. Of course, he had to leave the party for Atiku, and now he went to Labour Party. But now we can see that since he didn't get what he was looking for, this one did not get. They are now coming to join forces, of course, to discuss things that will be of benefit to the people. I can't wait to see the outcome of
for
that
the
meeting.
PDP. No. They are already discussing something that will benefit to the PDP. I always said something before. I
I
have
said it.
issues with Peter now. I have issue with Peter, and I've said it on this show three times now. That Peter don't need to be in government to lead. And I'm disappointed. You understand? There's a difference between leaders. And yesterday on the show, we're talking about how this young boy, this young Duke and his wife are in Nigeria leading a cause. Meghan and Harry are in Nigeria to change lives. That's leadership. That's the definition of leadership. Not when you have money and you throw it here or you use it to construct road. That's when you're a leader. Peter can make more impact outside government and even in government if you want to. Do you know how many people have changed their lives without being in government? You understand? The true. If I believe in something, I'm going to fight to make it happen. Peter would have done that. Atiko would have done that. Atiko has made so much money from Nigeria. If he want to be a leader, he can do it outside. He doesn't need to be the president to be a leader. Which cause, which NGO is Atiko pushing? What does Atiko stand for as a human being that we cannot see? Was Moses a president? Moses that took the children of Israel out of Egypt, was he a president? You understand? So, but he has a cause. He was able to make all those impacts. So, what stopped these people? If Atiko said the economy of Nigeria is bad, can they propose a change? And if the government is not doing it, then you can even make Nigeria, like I said, Peter, we will contribute money to that your government. If you say, I'm going to change lives, I'm going to change the Nigerian education system, for instance. Only one of these candidates say there will be no bad school in Nigeria. I don't care what the president is doing. You understand? And they begin to set up. Look at private schools everywhere. Rubbish. Our children are going abroad to study. I want to change that. That can be something the leader want to do, not a person in power. And you begin to navigate your way. You begin to even work with the government too. You don't fight them. Because there's something you don't do. You don't fight government. You can make them do things differently. We don't have those kind of people. These three people, their meeting is for selfish interest. And listen, Peter, you going there, in fact, you're losing my trust. So, Princess, don't save the world. When you see these three people meeting, what can they be discussing? What are they discussing for us as a people? If not the way
I
to
said
remove
it already that I'm a little bit worried that Saraki, we already know Saraki, and of course, at likes of Atiku, I'm a little bit relieved that Peter is amongst them, but still, I am still worried that these three are coming together to meet. I hope that it will be in our
maybe they
interest.
want
What
to,
I
they
feel.
want to,
No,
you
no.
know what,
I
what
saw
they
the
did against
news.
good luck, they form a coalition to win
Yes.
political party. Is that in the interest of the country?
Exactly. They said they are trying to come together to fight APC. Read the
Uh-huh.
news in
So
details.
that's
To
it.
fight the
So is that
present
is that my is that
in the
is that
next
what is that
election.
is that what we should be happy about? Is that what we should be
Do you
celebrating?
understand now?
Should we celebrating that? Why are we celebrating that?
In fact,
What is the difference
and the
between
headline
APC and
said,
PDP? Is it not PDP we are coming from? Is it not the same sharing money? Who is there that's not going to share money? Other than Peter, we have not seen misbehave. Who is there that's not going to share the money? So are we going to
But
listen?
Daddy Chris, the fact that Peter is not joining forces with Atiku and Saraki, I'm worried.
yeah, cause
Sometimes
for
you vouch
worry.
for people and you say this person is like this, he wouldn't do this, and now we're seeing that he's not. The fact that they are meeting, I already know that it might not just be for the interest of the people, the administration, but against the administration, which
That's a
I
fact.
think is
Party
not
interest.
something they should be focusing on at this point. You said it, you always say that Peter will be supposed to be leading, even not being in that position. So it's the same thing he's supposed to be doing, not coming to, join
Have
forces with
meeting with Atiku.
Atiku
Yeah,
and Saraki, of all people that we know very well. It's somehow, I'm just quite of this, I'm disappointed, but let's see. I've not seen the details of that meeting, so
yeah,
I wouldn't say much.
No, no,
in fact,
exactly. We wait for Peter to open his mouth and tell us. That's what we're judging. You judge. The Bible say what comes out of you defies you, not what goes inside. So whatever they say, they are meeting. But come out and tell us, Peter, this is what you want. Then the other time you say people like us when they support you go say no, you don't lost. You understand? We go to stretch your part back. But Peter is a person with a lot of knowledge. That I only say why I go with Peter. Peter said only one thing, which he may not even agree, may not even know what he's saying. But God used that in his mouth, that we need to be productive as a nation.
yeah,
We should stop sharing revenues and begin to produce manufacturing. No, he did some of these things well. He told us how he was able to encourage innocent. You understand? They were using innocent vehicles. What is wrong if this president using innocent vehicles? If that is the thing they are standing for, they are pushing for, let us hear from their mouth. It's time for Nigeria to use our own made vehicles. It's time for Nigeria to eat our own food. It's time for Nigeria to be patriotic. It's time for Nigeria to have our own Netflix. It's time for Nigeria to have Atiko get money enough. If he get your own make it
Funny
make
enough, Daddy Chris, you have noticed that the same doctors they run away from at home feeling that they are not capable. Once you come to the hospital here in the UK,
they are not
most of them
still.
are Nigerians. I
thank
tell
you.
you for free.
I've said it before,
I
Princess.
agree.
Now, people
You are
will
right.
be bearing me witness now. My lawyer is a Nigerian. My doctor, my accountant is a Nigerian. When I go to this place, I went to my GP. I met one Ikechi. I said I must see Ikechi today. A Nigerian, a beautiful Nigerian Igbo girl. She's my doctor in my GP here in England, in Enfield. Make her describe the address for her. Lovely, and she treated me well. What are you talking about? But we will not respect, or we're not doing. We actually, you see, the biggest damage of today is not somebody that steal Nigerian money. Like I said to them, Ibori, all of them that did that damage. You may be my brother, but there's a big damage there, sir. You people are still driving, they are still using helicopters. So have you seen the politicians? Village fools they're now using helicopters. 90% of these big boys, they use helicopters, which is good. I don't say it's a bad thing, but when you take that money out of the country, and you're now living at the excess of the people, impoverished people are now you are using helicopters. They're using your own flight. And you're gonna fly with everybody. I have never seen any American president that have a private jet. I have not seen. But your governors, how many of them have private jets? Shame on us. And we clap. We pretend as if we are living in a country. I use the word again. We are poor people living in a rich nation. And there's a reason for it. That's why I asked the difficult question today. What are we doing? You guys identify a big thing. Rule of law is key. By the time you see the problem in England, you can do 30 and get away. If they don't catch you, fine. But the day they catch you, you will pay the price. If you caught for stealing biscuits, you have been stealing cow. If they catch you for stealing biscuits, you go to prison. There will be no way. You cannot bribe it. You cannot change it. In fact, that is what we call the Nigerian police need to be in place. This institution, Mary was talking about structure. You didn't get that institution should be in place. The Nigerian police should be next to God. Who are you to talk if German police say stop there? Now so they talk. They say stop. You shut up. He will tell you shut up, shut up. He's gonna tell you what to do. He's doing the job. That way there's no crime in the land because he's securing you. He's telling you to shut up, stay there. He's doing a job. He's not going to oppress you. He's going to make sure your license is all right. He's going to say thank you, sir. After doing the check, if everything's all right, he's going to thank you. He's going to tell you, apologize for wasting your time. He's doing it for the nation. Is that the police you have in Nigeria? Use your same police to hunt down. The other one is they are
No,
driving.
the ones we have are the ones that are carrying bags for our politicians,
They are Boy
carrying
Scouts.
bags for our
Boy
celebrities.
Scouts. Yes.
Holding umbrellas for them.
Have you seen the president? Anytime you want to see somebody who open back will be the one to drop seat. Hey, well, I don't see American president they book seat for him make it sit down. Una not the shame. You see one man stand for a back, now that man go first kill herself. Somebody go stand for president back. Well, not for see him. America is the most powerful nation on earth. America go sweep down your president today, the same day. That one when they sit down for your back. So you get power. But you can imagine the kind of cheap things we do as a nation.
And even the judiciary that decrease is a major problem also in
Oh my
Nigeria.
God. Oh my
The
God.
judiciary needs to be independent. We've seen that so far the executive arm has been controlling, going behind to control this judiciary. And we know that
Princess is
there's a
money.
popular saying
Money.
now in Nigeria, go to court, because if you go to court, nothing will still happen.
Now they more money for us. Those of us they do legal things now. We won't get, and then they are eating. It's a shame, man. This what we're talking about here is so important. We are talking about the future of our children. We can celebrate today. We can think we are winning, but winning what? What plan do we have for the for our generation to come? We need to change that, and we can't do so by the time we begin to raise consciousness, against the practice of religion. So many things has happened on this show today. You guys may not be aware. We've talked about the negative impact of religion. Religion is good, but what it has done to us, the damage it has caused us. Even now, you will stone me to death for just saying one bad thing about something, which the rest of the world is free to say. We saw a story in Nigeria how they stoned a poor guy to death. Kai. Then your own, in fact, if I tell you the iniquities of pastors today, and if my wife go church, it's in a night vigil, you come back to my house. She's not coming back. Which night vigil? You go pray for my house. We are afraid now of who you are as a pastor. That's one. The way you guys reduce the Nigerian police rule of law. I said one thing. I will then, if my license has been taken, I will not sit by my driver's seat in the UK. I will not try it. But I can drive, misbehave in Nigeria because police come and give us more money. Mary, let's hear your voice. We can hear you. They know how to lock you off.
I said police, they also add to the insult they receive in this country.
I know, but again, it's the poverty. Mary, you cannot blame a country that is poor. The people are down. The police, the police are demoralized already. What do they have to show? They cannot afford accommodation in Abuja. It's probably wearing the Nigerian police uniform. You say that man have a life? One and not verse. If not see me, not shoot me. You're not going to solve a problem. You see, this is the thing we're talking about. You understand? We need to do things differently. We need to do things differently. And one important thing, INEC might think they are enjoying today. They give you money. Mahmoud, you don't win one. You go win the next one. What I like about all this, your time will soon come and go. And you'll be looking back and say, look at the mistake I made. I swear, Obasanjo wish he had done certain things now. He cannot change the bag of clock. Yeah. Governors like Ibori, they wish they wish they would have done certain things today. They didn't listen to us then. Yeah. I told one man, the former governor of my state, that Okowa, you would remember me. He's not going to remember me. He thought I was fighting him, but I was telling him things that this is not the way to go. And sometimes Nigerians, for evil to exist, righteous men are busy doing nothing. We are doing nothing about this, man. If we're going to change Nigeria, we're going to change it. individually and collectively. That's how we're going to change the country. It's going to be that kind of approach. Bible says, I'm quoting the Bible now, close mouth, not close destiny. Our destiny is closed in the country. Because the only reason I know is that we are now poor people living in a rich nation. And we can't talk because our destiny, our mouth is sealed. That is a closed destiny. I don't even care about the destiny of us now, but that of our children. The only reason we come on television, we set up a TV platform, is to correct evils in society. That's what journalism is all about. Journalists are supposed to be the watchdog. They watch what is happening. Today, journalists will bring out certain things. The prime minister of this country will resign. They are the one that will bring it out to, and they the one continue to ring it like a bell. They'll ring it like Liberty Bell. The prime minister will resign. Not that your president knows what it means to be dignity in office, but the time will come, they will begin to get the message. I believe in what the labor movement is doing at the moment. They should work, not for their pocket, they should fight for the masses. Labor have a chance to correct some of the ills in the country. Any country that doesn't pay people well, it's not a country. That's why our brain drain is not happening again and again. Oh, the intellectual, like Prince Rally said, the doctor I saw here is supposed to be in Nigeria practicing. But she ain't going back. Why would she go back to hell? She's in heaven. Heaven you talk about in your Bible is here. Come to the way some people live in England, you know they're in heaven. Nigeria, you may have all the big houses, you may have everything, but you are scared. That is hell. Have you seen your faces? That is when you live in hell. They don't describe hell for you. They tell you, say, fire the bomb, then allow you. Hell is what you see in Nigeria. Because I have money, I can't come out. I have to raise my face so high, so I protect myself and my children. That is hell. Sometimes Nigeria don't have light to sleep. That is hell. And you're telling people that they should leave heaven and come to hell. Where would they come? Why would people not run from hell to heaven? We can turn the pendulum back if we decide to make Nigeria a heaven for us, for black nation. Because whether I like it or not, yeah, I am. This is not my country. And it will never be. I will be accepted. Like what happened? I always say to people, it's okay. This generation of Westerners are open. They are entertaining us. That was what happened to the children of Israel. There was a generation that welcomed the children of Israel to Egypt. Another generation came and said, look at these old people. They're taking the whole land. We need to get rid of them. That's how it started. We pray we don't get to that. But by the time we are so many here and we are taking over power, the prime minister today is from India, of England. The people here are thinking. A time will come, they say, what are these people doing here? They've done this, they've got this. That's how the Holocaust started. We pray we don't come to that again. But you don't think a white British man will be happy for seeing you taking over his land? I just talk up because of tomorrow. When I say footballer go fight, not saying a joke. You don't fight now. A time may come, what happened in Israel to Israelites in Egypt might happen. And then we won't go kill people now when they take over Nigerian land then. Because that time other set of people would have occupied the land. Food for thought, my people. That is where we're going to end the show today. I love you guys all. It's a wonderful day. And I'm going to let you guys close the show. And I like you people to proudly introduce yourself as we end the show peacefully. And I'm going to start with me. And it's going to end up with Princess. I'm going to introduce myself and say what I think about today. In summary. Anyway, my name is Adi Chris. This is SRTV London. The show is a wonderful one. I'm always here every day. And what we did today is talk about the problem of the Nigerian state. I completely agree with these young people and what they're saying. I am of the opinion that a wedding nation the problem will begin to resolve itself when the people are productive, when they are wealthy. The only reason we are going through what we're going is because we are not productive. We need to be productive. In fact, a wealthy nation will attract all good things. Poor nation will attract negativity. So maybe my own first take today, if you ask me, is let us go along with what Peter said. Let us be productive. Let us be manufacturing. Let us be independent. Let us believe in ourselves. Thank you. And yes, and then I'm gonna say leave it, and I'll let Mary maybe continue, and then Favor, and then Lagos, David, and then we end with Princess as we close the show. Mary, over to you.
Okay, my name is Mary Eze, as we all know. What I would say is we should keep speaking the truth. We cannot stop saying the truth because at this point, I would say we cannot embrace evil and expect a positive change. So while we keep speaking the truth and doing the needful, definitely we see ourselves at the top, and Nigeria will be better.
Favor.
Okay. I am Favor Obaiki from SRTV Edo. And like Daddy Chris has always said in the show, we are a rich people living poor. And I will rephrase and say we are poor in Kenya, which is not supposed to be so. I believe that home is home and it is the only place we can go back to. Like Daddy Chris rightly said, he said we should not go back to the time where the Egyptians drove the Israelites from their land. So I believe that whatever happens tomorrow, Nigeria is the only place for Nigerians. It is the only place we will be accepted no matter what, no matter how stormy the weather is. It is only Nigeria that is for Nigerians. So I believe that we are the only ones that can build it ourselves. Nobody can come and repair our land for us. If your house is on fire, if you do not quench the fire, if you run out without thinking, oh, let me try quench the fire and save a little thing that I can save, then your house is gone. So I believe that we are the ones that can repair it. So let us try. Let us not give up on Nigeria. Let us not give up on the country. Let us do as much as repairing the country in every little way we can. Everybody needs to put hands together to make the country work. Thank you. This is SRTV Edo.
Lagos.
Okay, this is David reporting live from SRTV Lagos. This is my own little advice. Let us go out there and begin to affect lives positively. Make it as a point of contact to touch life, at least one life a day. Make it as a point of contact to affect lives positively. And I can assure you, if I affect one life, if you affect one life, Nigeria will become a better place. I'm not giving up on Nigeria. Don't give up on Nigeria. It can only get better. Thank you for having me. This is David from SRTV.
Now, well, let's roll it up with Princess.
Well, my team has said it all. Amazing people. It has been an amazing show. My name is Princess Kessie, and I will say, as a Nigerian, know the truth and stand by it. It doesn't matter how many people tell you this is wrong. As far as you know this is the right thing to do, do the right thing, and it will take time, but definitely people will know that you stood for the truth, and the truth will always, always set you free, and it will make the world, of course, a better place. Do not listen to what people say, especially when they say do this, cut corners, do this just to get there. You have to do the right thing. I think if every one of us start doing that, know that okay, this is the right thing as a Nigerian. Let me be a patriotic Nigerian. Let me do this, follow the due process. Then just maybe the country will be a better place for all of us. And also, we, the journalists, the media, the media practitioners, please be the watchdog of society. Sometimes we give room to these things. Sometimes we are sleeping, we are too quiet. In as much as we do our bit, we urge every other journalist, media people out there to also do their bit to make sure that justice is served, people are being held accountable and responsible for the things they are supposed to have done or the things they are doing. Well, thank you so much. Nigeria is my country, and of course, I love my country. We love Nigeria, and we'll do everything we can to make sure that Nigeria will keep standing. Thank you so much for being on the show today. We had fun, and of course, don't forget our Nigerian Week London that is fast approaching. All hand is already on deck, and of course we're already doing what we can to make sure that this year will be a major success more than what we saw last year. And so do what to call us for partnership, for sponsorship, and of course we are going to have a lot of activities, the fashion show, the food show, business summit, agriculture, and of course, even real estate talks and a lot of that. We're going to have the film show, of course, the film light festival, and a lot of activities that we're going to be having on that week. So do well to partner with us. Call us. The numbers are scrolling there. Reach out to us and be part of this great event. Of course, and it's a way of us, even here in a strange land, we are also, promoting Nigeria. We're celebrating Nigeria, and the food, the people, the heritage, the culture. We are bringing it to the world to say that look at us, we're beautiful people, we're a beautiful nation that the world should actually reckon with. I'll see you again on the show tomorrow. But before then, like David said, put a smile on the face of one person today. Just maybe that would be, a saving grace for somebody out there hoping on God to reach out to them. Try and reach out to somebody. Try and be a good citizen. Obey the traffic laws, and of course, drive carefully as you are out there. Know that peace is priceless. So let's always give peace a chance. We'll see you again tomorrow on the show.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915.